Hi, dear listeners and viewers. What's up? After Nigeria, my journey led me to Mexico, the land of music, love, and ancient stories infused with mystery. This enchanting country offers a tapestry of traditions and legends that have endured for centuries. It's a place where the past lives alongside the present, and magic dances in the air with every note of a mariachi band. Among the countless stories I encountered in this vibrant land, one stood out above all, a tale filled with wonder, fear, and a chilling yet unforgettable ending. Before starting, please subscribe to my channel and activate the bell button to be aware of the next stories. I will be happy with your likes and beautiful comments. Without delay, let's go to tell the story. The Tale of Isabella of the Haunted Hacienda. In the heart of a quiet village nestled deep within the Mexican countryside, there stood a grand but crumbling hacienda. Its adobe walls, once painted a bright terracotta, had faded to a dull, weather-beaten hue. Ivy crept along its cracks, and broken windows gaped like empty eyes. The villagers spoke of it only in hushed tones, calling it La Casa de Sombras, the House of Shadows. Legend had it that the hacienda was cursed, haunted by spirits who roamed its halls at night. No one dared to enter after sundown, for strange sounds echoed from within, whispers, footsteps, and sorrowful cries carried on the wind. Isabella, a fearless and curious woman with eyes as bright as the morning sun, had heard these tales since childhood. Unlike the other villagers, she was not one to be frightened by ghost stories. Her heart ached with curiosity, and she believed that every spirit had a story worth listening to. Ghosts are only memories that refuse to fade, she would say. Perhaps they linger because no one has cared enough to hear them out. One evening, under a sky painted with the hues of twilight, Isabella made up her mind. She would venture into the haunted hacienda and discover the truth for herself. Armed only with a lantern and her unyielding courage, she walked through the village square, her footsteps echoing in the silence. "Be careful, Isabella," warned an elderly woman named Dona Rosa. "The spirits of La Casa de Sombras are restless. They seek vengeance, not conversation." Isabella smiled gently. "Perhaps they only seek peace," she said. The wind howled as she approached the towering gates of the hacienda. Pushing them open, she stepped onto the overgrown path that led to the entrance. Vines clung to the ancient walls, and the air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decay. The wooden doors creaked as Isabella pushed them open, revealing a grand hall shrouded in darkness. Her lantern cast flickering shadows on the cracked walls. Dust motes danced in the air like restless spirits. "Hello?" she called out, her voice steady despite the eerie silence. At first, there was only the echo of her voice. But then, a chilling breeze swept through the hall, extinguishing her lantern. Darkness enveloped her, thick and oppressive. "Show yourselves," Isabella whispered, her heart pounding. The room grew colder, and suddenly, flickering lights appeared, ethereal orbs that hovered in the air. Ghostly figures began to materialize, their forms shimmering like smoke. Men, women, and children dressed in clothing from a bygone era stared at Isabella with hollow eyes. "We are bound here," one spirit said mournfully. He was a tall man with a stern face and eyes filled with sorrow, trapped by the greed and betrayal that stained this land. Isabella's breath caught in her throat, but she stood her ground. "Tell me your story," she urged. "Let me help you find peace." The spirit's voice trembled as he spoke. "We were the workers of this hacienda, toiling under the harsh rule of Don Mateo, a man consumed by greed. When we demanded fair treatment, he turned on us. Many perished, and our souls were bound to this place by the weight of injustice." Tears welled in Isabella's eyes. "I am so sorry," she whispered. "What can I do to set you free?" "You must cleanse this land," the spirit said. "Honor our memory, and let justice be done." Determined to help, Isabella spent the following days gathering offerings and performing rituals passed down through generations. She planted flowers in the barren courtyard, offered prayers to the ancestors, and lit candles to guide the spirits to the afterlife. On the seventh night, as the full moon bathed the hacienda in silver light, Isabella stood in the grand hall once more. The spirits appeared before her, their forms glowing with a newfound light. "You have done well, Isabella," the tall spirit said, his voice filled with gratitude. "Our souls are free." One by one, the spirits faded into the night, their presence no longer a burden on the land. The hacienda, once a place of sorrow, now felt lighter, as if it had been cleansed of its dark past. Sometimes the bravest hearts are not those that seek to conquer but those willing to listen, understand, and heal. Even in the world of ghosts, compassion can bring peace. Be careful. Be in the shelter of wisdom.